So for me, the Diminished is super intense color that has a lot of tension, but this is also why it sounds so beautiful, because the resolution feels 10 times stronger. What I want to talk about today is the Diminished scale. I'll show you 5 points of how to explore the scale. The first one will be first mapping the scale, finding the fingerboard and seeing it on fingerboard basically. I know where the fingerboard is. We know where it is. Let's do it. Oh, and one more thing. We're putting another single out in about 10 days. So if you can, please pre-save it. It will be a tremendous help. Link is in the bio. Thank you. There's also a PDF for the Patreon with all this information. Peace. All right, now let's map it. So we'll start from G. So first finger, I'm gonna slide. See how much tension there is in this beautiful scale. Then first, second, fourth, first, third, fourth, and kind of symmetrical. It's kind of cool in that sense. 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Let's hear it against the G again. Alright, so this is kind of from the 6th position, from the 6th string, kind of going forward. The same thing, I can go back. I can do it right now, but I'll have some open strings, so I'm gonna see it on this finger here, just so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm kind of thinking basically 3, 4, basically just, then if I go back here, I kind of enter the open string world. So let's do that. 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. So again, very symmetrical. I'm just trying to find a few options to finger this scale, this sound, so it's comfortable to reach. If I want to go forward, if I want to go backward, if I want to start from different strings. Now the same thing from the 5th string. So from here, I'm just kind of going back. Again, let's hear the G. So it's always good to slow it down, just to try to hear as much as possible. Flat 2, flat 3, 3, flat 5, 5. Great. Now let's start the same thing going forward. So from G, or kind of staying in the same place, I would say. From here, from the 1st finger, so what do you see? I'm staying here. So and really having that G center in my mind so I can hear it as much as possible. Alright, now let's do the 5th option, the 5th position for this G mapping process. And this here is just the symmetrical shape. So I'm just taking this one and basically going in trident through the string. So check it out. What's cool about it is indeed we can kind of like have a big range, because if you just start from G, we can really kind of cross the guitar, which is a fun thing and also helpful sometimes if you have these like longer lines that you imagine. Cool, so I know it's a lot of stuff, but you know, all you need to do is slow it down, take position section by section, make sure you see it, make sure you hear it, and then after some time it will get easier, I promise. 2. Alright, now let's start making some music with this. So it's awesome to map, of course, it's important to map, but it's more important, or I would say as important in a way, is to try and make stuff with it, try to explore and make music. So now I'm going to take a 2-5, D minor 7, G7 to C major 7, and I'm going to play the scale and really think about this whole 2-5 as one big G7. Check it out. Right, so all I'm doing when I have this G7 thing happening, I'm really just playing scale. I'm playing ideas around the scale. Of course, it's not just the scale in the sense of I'm not playing it completely just ascending and descending, but like any other scale, like C major scale, anything else that you mess around with, you take the colors and you try to imagine the sound. Right, like messing around and trying to hear these colors, the 13, the flat 13, the sharp 9, the flat 9. It's all these beautiful colors that are really intense, but again, the resolution feels great. Another cool thing you can do with this is actually also playing the diminished on the 1. Check this out. I stole that from Sonny Stitt. He has a line on the Eternal Triangle that is playing over the B flat, which sounds like this. So if we're playing it in C, it would sound like this. So in a way, I'm playing that idea, I just play like the scale backwards or something like that. It's a lot of tension, but I'm still getting the 9, the major 7, but also the flat 13, the flat 5. So there's a lot of tension that is kind of like almost wrong for a second on C major 7, but then the resolution feels even stronger. So that's another thing you could do. I would definitely start by exploring the G7, but that's another step you can do. 3. Permutations. Alright, so with this scale, I don't know why, but all the patterns and exercise sound kind of really awesome on a scale. So we can take even something as simple as thirds. Or backwards. And it still sounds kind of cool. And pattern like 1, 2, 3, 4, which in C major would sound much more interesting here. So honestly, you can take any one of the permutations, any one of these ideas that you checked out on C major and bring it to the diminished scale. Exploring is what's up, and trying to find things that you actually like and emotionally respond to would be kind of the move. There's so much to check out and everybody's doing different things, so I would suggest just trying stuff that you like, and once you like it, you'll explore it more, which is the idea. 4. So it's cool, I know we can play it over the 2-5 to C major 7, but we can also play it on a minor 2-5. So if we have a D half G7 to C minor or C minor 6, we can totally play it. Let's hear how it sounds. I'm actually really thinking about G7. I'm really kind of dropping the whole G half diminished. I am hearing the tension, so when I'm playing the diminished scale over this D half, I am aware that I'm getting the 9 and different tensions, so it's definitely good to understand what's happening. But right now I was really trying to just play literally just G diminished scale over the whole 2-5, which sounds pretty good to me. And then on the C minor, just play C melodic or harmonic minor, something like that. Now another option is the same thing that Sonny Stitt is doing on the Eternal Triangle and other people doing on different songs, to play it on the resolution. So Bill Evans oftentimes play that resolution over the minor as well. So what he'll do, if you have a 2-5-1 to C minor, he'll basically play that idea of C minor whole half. So if you just know the fingerings for a dominant, you can basically think about B7, I guess, yeah. But I mean, honestly, it's good to also eventually tag that information as whole half or half whole from different centers. So just to hear how it sounds, check this out. So you you see, all I was doing, like kind of purposely, like trying to like play the same phrase almost on the G7 and on the C minor. I started from different points, but it's the same idea of like basically running the scale down. I mean up. Stopped on that like flat 9, on the G7, and then from the C minor I started from the major 7. So I get this like cool color, cool tension also on the resolution. Alright guys, thanks so much for listening. I know it's a little bit of work, but I think just try to find some balance between working on the scale and the position and fingering and then trying to make music. I think this is super helpful. Don't be afraid of the Diminished. It's a beautiful color, beautiful sound. So yeah, let's do it. Peace.